Here are the gripping tales of law enforcement officers who let power go to their heads and found themselves on the wrong side of the law. From shocking scandals to unbelievable cover-ups, this video uncovers the real-life stories of idiot corrupt cops who got their careers ended. Stick around because justice is served when their careers come crashing down. Let's begin with the FBI's corruption probe into Puerto Rican police.
An American territory is often used as a stepping stone for South American cocaine and heroin that are destined for the U.S. mainland.
In a scandal that rocked the foundations of Puerto Rico's law enforcement, nearly 1,000 federal agents apprehended a group of individuals, including over 80 law enforcement officers, involved in a web of corruption that extended its dark grip across the island. These officers were not guardians of justice, but key players in providing security to drug dealers operating within U.S. territories. According to U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder, it was the largest police corruption investigation in the history of the FBI. He further said, "We will not allow the corrupt actions of a few to destroy the good work of so many. The people of Puerto Rico deserve better." The charges brought against these corrupt officers were linked to the distribution of over 5 kilograms of cocaine. The indictments revealed that they had provided security for drug deals, accepting payments ranging from $500 to a staggering $4,500. These individuals, entrusted with upholding the law, had traded their honor for drug money. U.S. Attorney Rosa Amelia Rodriguez's investigation uncovered that they operated as separate groups rather than part of a single conspiracy. The revelation that law enforcement officers had colluded with drug traffickers and dealers sent shockwaves across the island. But, as our expose will reveal, even more astounding revelations await in the next chapter, where deputies faced arrests for their egregious abuse of jail inmates and a shocking obstruction of justice. The FBI's arrest of 16 LA sheriff's deputies in jail probe. This is a sprawling scandal that led to the arrest of 16 current and former Los Angeles County sheriff's deputies. These arrests were in connection with 5 criminal cases that laid bare allegations of corruption and severe civil rights violations within the notorious Men's Central Jail. The suspects, some presently serving with the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, stood accused of engaging in unjustified beatings of jail inmates and their visitors, along with unwarranted detentions and attempts to obstruct a federal inquiry into misconduct at the Men's Central Jail. The FBI's investigation into excessive force and misconduct within the jail system was set in motion back in 2011. Shockingly, one of the individuals, Gabriel Creo, a visitor to Men's Central Jail, was brutally assaulted by Sheriff's Department personnel. These charges came after a string of grand jury indictments and a criminal complaint against the defendants. Notably, 7 deputies, including 2 lieutenants, 2 sergeants, and 3 deputies, faced charges of conspiracy and obstruction of justice. Their alleged actions revolved around attempts to prevent the FBI from contacting or interviewing an inmate who had been cooperating with federal agents in a probe into corruption and civil rights violations. To conceal this informant's cooperation, the accused deputies went to great lengths, even altering the inmate's identity in the prison system and interrogating him on his intentions to testify in court. In 2012, the American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU, took legal action against the Sheriff's Department, alleging that violence against inmates had been condoned by the sheriff and top commanders. This suit was preceded by an ACLU report cataloging over 70 cases of deputy misconduct. The appointment of a new Inspector General, Max Huntsman, in the county had signaled a commitment to address these issues within the Sheriff's Department. Our last story is about an ex-Detroit cop. This arrest marks a significant development in an extensive bribery, extortion, and fraud investigation, one that has taken aim at the very heart of Detroit City Hall, law enforcement, and municipal towing operations. The individual in question, Pactalis, stands charged with bribery, accused of accepting a staggering $7,724 worth of bribes from an unidentified towing industry figure and an undercover FBI agent. These bribes included a used car and a sum of $3,200 in cash, as outlined in the official complaint. In exchange for these valuable enticements, Pactalis is alleged to have provided sensitive law enforcement information, including confidential vehicle registration data, sourced from the restricted Michigan Law Enforcement Information Network, LANE database. Pactalis, now the 5th individual implicated in the ongoing corruption investigation, made a brief appearance in federal court. He was subsequently released on a $10,000 unsecured bond. The gravity of the bribery charge cannot be understated, as it carries the potential for a severe penalty, up to 10 years in federal prison.